Very much, Ben. Kate Williams, the royal historian, is here with us. Listen, you know, the royal family are inextricably linked with Scotland. It is weaved into their very blood, isn't it? So this morning, just tell us what you think they might all be feeling. I mean, Tim Ewart was just referring to it there.
Yes, Tim was saying he feels that the royal family are going to feel relieved, particularly the Queen. I think that's very true. She is at Balmoral at the moment. She's been there for this historic vote because she does holiday there from July to October. But had the vote gone through, I mean, that simply would have had to change. She simply can't spend July to October in a foreign country. And Alex Salmond's view for the Queen was much more symbolic, very much the way she'd be in Australia or Canada. She wouldn't have the direct role. Lots of her estates, there would be debate about that. So certainly this morning, had it been a yes vote, Cameron would have been on a plane off to tell the Queen how he'd managed to lose one of her kingdoms. So I think he's pretty relieved and she's pretty relieved that that's not going to happen.
It's really interesting, isn't it? Because as Tim was saying as well, there'd been a lot of speculation in the press about how the Queen felt, how concerned she was, and then the palace stepped in and very clearly said, actually, you know, she remains impartial in all of this.
Well, yeah, Charlotte, and that's the astonishing thing, because we know that the Queen's impartial, and we normally don't expect her to intervene. But this got so heated, the whole referendum debate got so heated that people were saying she should intervene. There were lots of calls very soon after that YouGov poll that shocked everyone over the weekend that said the Queen should say something, as she did in 1977. I never expected her to at all. I thought there's no way she would. But I was surprised the palace came out so clearly and said she's impartial, she doesn't intervene, it's a matter for the people of Scotland.
And just explain how popular the royal family are in Scotland, because they are, aren't they? And even though we've got a taste for a referendum, there was a referendum on the monarchy in Australia, which then she was very grateful for that they kept her. I mean, do you expect there to be a referendum here on the monarchy at all?
Well, in the Scottish National Party's early constitution that they wrote, first of all, the draft constitution, there was a referendum on the monarchy, and many SNP leaders were talking about that. But Alex Salmond himself and also Nicola Sturgeon said they were going to keep the monarchy. Alex Salmond said he loved the monarchy. He busily tweeted about congratulating the Duchess of Cambridge on her new baby.
Actually, I think she did. I think it was at Strathern they called
yes,
it.
Not the Cambridge.
Yeah, they keep it very Scottish in their references.
Right. But the monarchy is very popular across Britain. They really are at the height of their popularity, and certainly it was a very wise move for Alex Salmond, particularly to keep the older voters in Scotland to retain the Queen. And she, of course, she is the Queen of Scots. I mean, she is descended from Mary, Queen of Scots, and James the Sixth of Scotland, First of England, and indeed Robert the Bruce. So she has great Scottish lineage.
Yes. Although Lorraine Kelly really is the actual Queen of Scotland, we all know that, don't we? That's the
Scottish
truth.
royalty.
Yeah, she is.
Kate, thanks for that. That's royal historian Kate
Thank
Williams
you.
joining us. And of course, that statement from the Queen expected about 2 o'clock this afternoon, so we'll have more details.